Hi friends, welcome back. This is a practice problem. We're going to be solving right angle triangle sides and angle measurements. This is our figure 1. We are given b equals to 3. This side, the length of this side equals to 3. And the angle here, A, is given to be 35. So A here is 35 degree. We are asked to find the length of the sides A and C. These two sides, this side and C, which is our hypotenuse, the longest side, and angle B, the measurement of angle B. So let's start what we know. Solution. We know that this is a right angle triangle. These two sides are perpendicular. This angle is 90 degrees. So we know the measurement of angle A plus angle B must equal to what? 90 degrees, right? Because these two will add up to 90 degrees and this is 90 degrees, therefore that all the angles will add up to 180 degrees for a triangle. So this means our side, our angle that we are interested, the angle we are looking for is angle B, which is equal to 90 degrees minus the given angle for A, which is 35 degrees. Therefore, angle B is 55 degrees. All right, so we solved this one, done. Let's try to see if we can solve using the angle, the measurement of angle A. If we were to use, let's say, sine of A equals to the opposite side will be A divided by the hypotenuse C. The one problem we have here is that we have one thing that we know, the measurement of the angle. We don't know the value of C, the hypotenuse, so we don't know this, and we don't know the value of A. So this is an equation that has 3 variables and 2 of them are unknown, therefore it is not going to help us. All right, let's see what else equation we can use. If we use, for example, let's say, so this one didn't work. This is not helping us, sine theta. Let's try cosine of angle A equals to what? This is the angle we are dealing with. So cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So that means this is equal to, what is our adjacent side is 3. Adjacent side value is 3 divided by the hypotenuse, which is C. So from here, we know the value of A, we know the value of 3, which is our adjacent, and the only thing that's unknown is the C. So we can solve the hypotenuse right here. So let's basically multiply C on both ends. This cancels out. So what is left here, we have C times cosine A, which is equals to, from this side we have 3, the 2 C's cancelled out, so we have 3 left. Now let's multiply 1 over cosine A on both sides times 1 over cosine A. So cosine A cancels out with cosine A. The value of C, which is what we're looking for, the value of C remains. That's all we want. So C equals to 3 over cosine of angle A, which is 35 degrees, which is equal to, let me see if I can use a calculator to find the cosine. One thing you have to be really careful also is your calculator has to be in degree mode, otherwise you will make a mistake. So let's find the value of cosine 35. So let's put 35 here of cosine. So we have 0.819. So this is equals to 3 over 0.82, 0.82, and this is equal to, we are getting 3.6. 3.66. So this is the length of the hypotenuse here, 3.66. All right, so we know that side. That's okay. So we solved the angle B, we solved C, the side C. We are missing A. So now A, since we know the hypotenuse, we can either use the sine equation or we could have used tan. So let's see. Tan of A equals to opposite, which is A, right? That's what we are looking for, divided by adjacent, which is 3, which is B. And we multiply B on both ends. Cancel out the two B's here. And then here, this side becomes, what is our B here? 3 times tan of 35. That is equal to our A. We could have done this as well. So at the beginning, when we try to use sine, we could have tried tan as well. So this is equal to, what is tan of 35? So 35 degree of tan multiplied by 3. We get 2.21. So our A becomes 2.21. All right. Now, does this make sense? One thing I always like to do is just to make sure that the value we are expecting makes sense. So, all right, we have B that's given, that's 3, and the angle B is related to is a bigger angle, that is 55. Therefore, we do expect this side, as you know, this side is related to that opposite angle, which is angle 35. So we expected this to be shorter than B, and in fact we have A equals to 2.21. When we calculated C for right angle triangle, we are expecting our hypotenuse to be the longest side. For whatever reason, if you happen to make a mistake and you are not getting the longest side, that's a quick way just to verify before you move on to another exam problem. Is this what I expected to get? Is my hypotenuse the longest? If not, you can quickly correct it. And that is, marginal improvement to reduce your mistakes. So for this problem, we are asked to find angle B. We were able to find it here. We are asked to find side A and C. Side A we said is equal to 2.1. And the value of C equals to 3.66. Another shortcut could be, once we know two sides, let's say C and B maybe, we could have just said, okay, I don't want to go to tan equation and deal with any angles. I just want to use Pythagorean theorem, which is basically, that gives me A equals to square root of C square minus basically B square, right? I'm giving you the last step, but the beginning step, it is A square plus B square equals to C square. This is known, this is known. We're trying to find this, and we are here. And for simplicity, let's see if this gives us what we are looking for. What is C square? 3.66 square minus 3 square. And let's see if we get 2.1. All right, the square root of 3.66 square minus 3 square. I'm getting 2.097, and that's what we rounded to 2.1 right here. So let me know if you have any questions. Please, you can comment below, and I will be more than happy to do more videos like this, or any problem that is bothering you. But in general, math is very simple. Nothing is too hard. What we need to focus on is the rules and the theorem, or whether it's Pythagorean theorem or other rules that are given. stay within the rules, stay within the property of the triangle that we're trying to solve, and then basically solve it step by step. It is always helpful to remember SOHCAHTOA, right? In case, if you get stuck, always SOHCAHTOA can help you as well. The one thing you also need to remember is that sine and cosine, they need the value of hypotenuse side. Tan, however, doesn't need that. It just needs the opposite side, and it needs the adjacent side. So in any problem, you can always revert back and use this kind of abbreviation. It's very helpful. All right, let's do the next example. Okay, this is example number 2, and this is figure number 2. We have this side is A, this side is B, and this is C. We are given the length of side A, which is equal to 3, the length of side B, which is equal to 5. We are asked to find the measurement of the angles A and B, those two angles. We are on the length of C, which is our hypotenuse. Let's start with what we know. Solution. So we can start right away either using a Pythagorean theorem to find the C, A squared plus B squared equals to C squared, or we could use trigonometry equations to find the angles. So let's start with this and find the side first. It will become handy basically to know the hypotenuse, and then we will be able to use sine, cosine, and equations. So this leads to C equals to square root of A squared. A is 3, so 3 squared plus B squared, which is 5 squared, 5.83. Using, let's say, sine of angle, let's use this angle. Angle A equals to the opposite side, which is A, over the hypotenuse, which has calculated our C. So this leads to sine A equals to A. What is A? We need this. We need the angle basically. So what we could do is we can isolate the angle by making this sine inverse. So let's do that. Let's just do that to save space here. All right. So we have. So this means our angle is A is what we are interested in. So this means angle A equals to sine inverse. So one sine crosses the equal sign, it takes the inverse. So sine inverse of our fraction A over, what is A? A is 3. C is what we just calculated, 5.83. So angle A now is equal to, this is on my way, so let me just take it and put it here. Let's say this is figure 2. Okay, so this value is equal to what? This is sine inverse of 3 divided by 5.83. I'm getting a number close to 31, so 30.97. So we could round up and say 31. 31 degree. Our A is 31 degree. We know angle A plus angle B, the value of or measurement of angle A and B, must be equal to 90 degree. These two angles basically, when you add them together, 90 degree, and this is perpendicular angle 90 degrees, so two 90s will give you 180 degree, which is the total angle measurement in a triangle. So this leads to angle B equals to 90 degree minus angle A, which is what we calculated. Let's just use the 31. We are getting 59 degree. And now we know the two angles. We also know side C. So we solved everything. Once you solve the angle A and you solve angle B, you already have side C. There's no need to do anything else. We are done. So this is also a very helpful practice problem. And just keep in mind, typically, what did we say angle B was? We calculated angle B to be 59, right? So if this was 59 and this one was 31, the side that's associated with 31 is supposed to be smaller than the side that's associated with the big angle. In other words, this hypotenuse is like you take a horizontal line and then you rotate. You hold it from this point and you rotate, and then that rotation gives you the measurement of this angle. And the bigger the angle, the longer this side it is, right? So it's just some common sense you will build up. The more practice you do, the more you will be able to say, okay, this answer makes sense, this answer doesn't make sense. But always go to the original. We are dealing with what? Right angle triangle. SOHCAHTOA will be helpful if you need it. And also, you know, the addition of angles, angle A plus angle B will be equal to 90 degrees. That's also helpful. And also Pythagorean theorem, A square plus B square equals to C square. Knowing these three kind of equations or shortcuts, you will be able to solve right angle triangle problems. Just keep in mind what you are asking and what you're trying to find. All right, and this is example 2 that we just finished. And let me know if you have any other questions. Please subscribe this channel. I'm trying to share my knowledge and I enjoy helping others. So yeah, let's build this community together. Let me know if there is any specific topic you want me to focus on for the next video. Example number 3, we are asked to find to solve right angle and triangle. And right triangle, we are given side is the length of side B and the angle of side B. So this is angle side B, 62. We have the side B equals to 32 here. We don't know A and we don't know C as well as angle A. We are asked to find those. Let's quickly do what we know, a solution. Let's find angle A. We know that angle A plus angle B equals to 90 degrees. This leads to angle A equals to 90 minus 62 degrees. We get 28 degrees. 28 degrees. Okay, let's solve for side A. We can use SOHCAHTOA. Let's put here SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. As you know, sine and cosine, they both deal with hypotenuse. We don't have C yet, therefore let's use TOA. So tan of whichever angle, we can use A or angle B. So let's use angle B is equals to the opposite side, which is 32, divided by the adjacent side A. We don't know A. So in this equation, we have a known value here on the left side. On the right side, we have 32 and one unknown. Therefore, we are able to solve that one unknown. We multiply A on both sides. A cancels out. And whatever we have here is A times tan 62 equals to 32. We divide tan 62 on both sides. These two cancel out, and A equals to this value 32 divided by tan of 62. I'm getting a value of 17.0 I'm getting 17.015. Let's call it 17. The length of side A here is 17. So what is left? We know A. We solve it on angle A and the side A. So the only one that's unknown that's remaining is C. And C, let's just use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals to C squared. C is what we're looking for. So this leads to C equals to square root of our A squared. A is what we just solved. Let's say 17 squared plus B squared. B is 32 squared. 32 squared. And this equals to this value. Is it going to be more than 32 or not? What do you think? You should immediately say yes, it will be more than 32. And the reason is because it is the longest side of our triangle. I'm getting a value of 36.235. We could say 36.24. So we are asked to find the angle A. We solve it angle A right away at to be 28. Angle B here is 62. The fact that angle A was 28, we expect the side of A, this A, to be less than this guy, right? So that's why when we calculated our A, the length of the side A, we get 17 because it is related to smaller angle. And the angle 62 is giving us this long distance. And then we couldn't use sine or cosine equation to find A because they both dealing with hypotenuse and we didn't know hypotenuse yet, the measurement of the hypotenuse side. And therefore we use it and the top part, solve it for A. And finally we use it Pythagorean theorem to solve our C. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Just do more practice problems and try to understand the basics. Do a simple problem or example problem, get the concepts right, and then do more practice problems. The more mistakes you make, the more you are able to improve and learn from your mistakes. And hopefully during an exam, you perform much better than when you are just practicing to do the homework. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching.